weekend we've had. Absolutely glorious. This is about 2 minutes from my house. Normally I'm up here with the dogs. Well, I have been up here with the dogs this morning anyway. But I'm coming back to pick some blackberries because it's blackberry season. And I can't do that with 2 dogs. One's reactive to other dogs, and the other one, if you don't throw his ball every 2 seconds, he's barking at you. So it's easier to come back on my own. So let's go and pick some blackberries. It's a lovely little bunch there. Yeah, sat in a nice sunny spot, so they're nice and plump, little like myself. Where we live here, it's like a little larder. I don't know if you can see, as well as the blackberries, there are apple trees. Not sure why they're here, but because there is an orchard. It's an old country house estate, this, and there is an actual old orchard. But there's these apple trees here. Now somebody has already picked them off the lower branches this year, so I'm going to try and see if I can get some to come down off the top. They might not be ready yet. I think whoever's picked them has picked them too early, so let's see what we can do. Here's a low down one, but looking at that, that's not ready to pick yet. Let's try and give the tree a shake, see if anything comes down. No. Oh, I can see one up there. Let's give it another try. There are some lovely big ones up there. But they're not coming down by shaking the tree. So I'll have to come back with my daughter. My days of climbing trees are over now. So let's see if she can get some. Now this is my little secret path. It's like a secret garden around here. The actual history of this place is quite fascinating, actually. Beatrix Potter's grandparents lived here originally. I think they built the newer manor house. There is an old one which is just a shell now, and then Beatrix Potter used to come here during her holidays, so she spent a lot of time here as a child, and her grandparents eventually moved or died, and a local mill owner and his family took over the house. The mill owner was subsequently murdered, and although 2 people were brought to trial at separate times, nobody was ever convicted. So in the end, his wife pulled the house down. So now there is like a shell of a house, and she left the land to the local people. Hence why we've got this beautiful area just on our doorstep. I pray to God nobody ever tries to build houses on it. But anyway, let's go and find my secret blackberry patch. So here we go. Here's one of my secret blackberry patches. I'm sure other people pick here as well. I just like to think it's only me, but there you go. So there's quite a few large berries on here. So let's get picking those. When you're picking blackberries, if they are too hard to get off the bush, like, let me find one, those are alright. See, those come off really, really easily. But if they're like that one, if there's a resistance, like that one, if there's a resistance, then it's not ready. They have to come off the bush really easily. Okay, and always when you are picking wild food, always only pick what you need, and always make sure there are some left for the wildlife. Don't just take everything, because that won't help Mother Nature. That was a bit unright, that one. So there you go. There you go. That's the picking for today. Half an hour. A massive big bag full. Okay, back home now. Let's just give these blackberries away and see how much we've got. So we've actually got 2.5 pounds of blackberries. So can you imagine how much that would cost in the supermarket? So now I'm just going to wash them. I've just put them in a big pan with water. I'll leave them in there for an hour or so. The main reason being actually is to drown any insects that are in there. They tend to float to the surface and then you can just skim them off. And then they will go in the fridge, and tomorrow I shall make things with them.